Janie McCauley, Associated Press.
Hi, Steve.
Hi, Janie.
How is Steph physically? And I know you've said a few days ago you that 40-minute threshold is about your maximum. What do you think he can give you minutes wise tonight? Around there?
Yeah, he's feeling great. He's ready to go tonight. So, I think in a playoff game, it's that very few people can play 48, so I anticipate giving Steph his normal rest, and depending on how the game goes, we'll either keep him out or get him back in the game earlier. Pretty simple.
All right, thank you, Coach. That's all the questions we have. We'll talk to you after the game.
Thank you.
Megan Triplett.
Coach, you said that there were some key takeaways from watching back that film. Can you kind of just elaborate on some areas that you kind of honed in on?
Yeah, I'd say, some things uncharacteristic on our part that the Warriors made us pay for. Defensively, I thought our transition defense suffered. Obviously, this is a team that plays, great, pace-wise. We didn't contest to the level that we needed to. I thought, for the most part, they're a tough cover. They move the ball so much. Curry's, one of the toughest covers of all time. Their connectivity offensively, they got to do a better job contesting. And then I think defensive rebounding, a team that really isn't, up there in the list in terms of creating offensive rebounds and second chance points. We suffered there. We didn't do a really good job in that area. And then offensively, obviously they play, with great, activity on the defensive end. We got to do a better job getting better shots, better balance of, not just scoring in the paint, but scoring from the three-point line. I thought we missed a lot of opportunities there to have better ball movement. You need that against a really active and elite defense. So definitely a lot of takeaways. Hopefully a little bit more to our level of basketball and what we're accustomed to all season long. You get tested this time of year. So hopefully we're better, on both ends of the floor and give it a better shot.
All right, Taylor, how are you doing today?
Good.
Is the sound okay on that end? Just want to make sure I can hear you.
Yeah, no, I can hear you just fine.
Okay, great. Two things for me. One, is there any advantage in your mind facing this team now, a fourth time, kind of with like scheming and planning and knowing kind of what they do and what you have to do? And second, kind of with, knowing that some of your guys played a little bit more minutes these last few games, does that kind of give you a bit of a challenge trying to figure out kind of what rotations could work, today with what you're going to go with?
Yeah, I think it helps definitely the fact that we only played them a few days ago. That recency factor should definitely help a lot. Obviously, the first two games, Curry didn't play, so different strategies there. A lot of great takeaways from the matchup, just a few days ago that apply tonight. So I think that helps. Hopefully, it pays off and we can go and execute and get the job done. And obviously, we're definitely pushing guys here at the end of the season, but I feel like we've done a great job all season long managing minutes to, come to crunch time, elevating, extended stretches or deeper, minute totals. But I don't have any concern in terms of the rotations. This is a win or go home opportunity. We're going to put it all on the line and go out there and play hopefully our best basketball. And as many minutes as it takes, that's what it'll take.
Harris Burke.
Hi, Coach. Just what is it like walking into an arena, being in front of the opponent's home crowd and playing in an elimination game? Like, what's the feeling in the guts before tip-off?
Yeah, it's an awesome feeling. This is what you play for. This is what you work for all season long. Obviously, we got a great feeling the other night in front of our home crowd 2 nights ago. Our guys have always, embraced the road mentality and the energy that it takes to go and win on the road, especially when everyone's against you. So that togetherness we talk about, it needs to be on full display. And we've done it the majority of the season on the road. We're going to do that tonight. Obviously, this is going to be a rocking environment. Their home crowd's unbelievable. Hopefully, we feed off of their energy and understand, it's our time to come up and show up on the road and try to get a big victory.
Terry Davis.
How you doing, Coach?
Good, Terry. How are you?
Hey, guys, when you guys are clicking defensively, you guys are pretty much unbeatable. What do you got to do to improve, especially on the second chance, Charles, with those long rebounds?
Yeah, we got to understand it takes the full possession. Obviously, against an opponent like the Warriors, they make you work for the full 24 seconds, constant movement, cutting, ball movement, pick and rolls, off ball screens, DHOs. We can't lose sight of. You can't let your guard down for a split second. They'll make you pay in the possession. You can't let your guard down when they finally take hopefully a contested shot. They're crashing the boards. Their bigs do a great job. Their wings coming in. It's all on the line. It's time. Winning basketball is an entire possession mentality, entire game mentality. So we just got to have that mentality of every possession. We have, battle it in its totality. Especially on the defensive end with, how we're handling their transition, how we're handling their movement, how we finish with great contests without fouling, and how we come up with those 50-50 winning balls to then go out and hopefully play great on the offensive end.
Sean Coleman.
Coach, last game, Desmond Bain, 25 minutes of excellent play on defense, and Jonas as well, improving and switching situations and getting away from the basket. It really seemed like against San Antonio, the defense as a whole was stepping up. That's probably going to be important tonight when looking at players other than Curry who may try to step up for the Warriors.
Yeah, it's huge. Obviously, a lot of attention will be on Curry for sure. Draymond Green's playmaking ability, but our guys understand, the depth of this team that we're playing, the connectivity of this team. So obviously, a lot is going to be attentive to Curry, but we got to know where other guys can make an impact. Wiggins, Bazemore, Poole off the bench, a lot of great shooters spaced around. So our defense was great the other night. Completely different opponent here. We need any guy, in the Grizzlies uniform that steps on the floor to be locked in defensively, not just in their matchup, but the team-based concepts. Because going up against a team that moves the ball so well, all five guys got to be ready to shut down a possession, shut down an action, and that's what the focus has got to be.
Maria.
Hi, Coach. Hope you're well. Regardless of tonight's game, how would you describe your team's growth and development this season, and what makes coaching the Grizzlies special?
Yeah, tons of great growth this season. Another great growth opportunity tonight. Hopefully take full advantage of that. That's what we've done all season long, taking advantage of those opportunities. It's a blessing to coach this team. We're super unselfish, super coachable, got great players, great staff. That's what we rely on. So we'll be on full display tonight because of the group we got, and hopefully we come through.
Adam Tyke.
Hey, Coach. In the lead up to this game, but also for the Spurs, did you review film and lessons from last year's play-in game with the team, or were you more so trying to just prioritize focusing on the last few games of film and matchups with those opponents specifically?
Yeah, just really focus on this year. Recent games against the upcoming opponent. Didn't really pull back to last year, as unique as that was. Just really focused on the trends that we've had over the last month and a couple of weeks leading up into the end of the regular season and this play-in tournament. So real focus was just on this year, what we've accomplished, where we got to get better at, and what the opponent's throwing at us.
Final question, Christos.
Hello, Coach. Hope you are doing well. The last season experience against the Blazers in the play-in game, how important is this to your teammates, and also the recently game against the Warriors in Oakland?
Yeah, I think, great. As I've mentioned recently, we haven't talked a whole lot about, last season, but hopefully I think, those are stepping stones, and, that's ingrained in you over the course of this past year and what we've been working towards and trying to get into this position again. And, a lot of takeaways, from the last game against the Warriors that we're going to learn from, being back in this building only a few days later. And I think a lot to gain from the San Antonio Spurs experience as well, with your season on the line. So a lot of great growth, understanding what it takes to play winning basketball this time of year, full 48 minutes, what we got to do, excel, and play the best Grizzlies basketball possible, and everyone understands the moment. We just got to go out there and keep it simple and play hard, play together, and hopefully come out on top.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, everybody.